Hello, and welcome to episode 1, part 2 of the Masters Admit series. So, here we have Srinivas, who has been able to secure admits from UT Dallas as well as Arizona State University. To know more about his background and his journey into UT Dallas, the link for the part 1 of this episode is in the description. So, hi Srinivas, how are you?
Hi Akash, nice seeing you again. I'm fine. Hi guys, I'm Srinivas. I'm sure you've seen plenty of me in the previous episode, but just to give everyone else a brief summary, I'm like a fourth year computer science student in VIT Vellore in a core specialization, with no specialization in the core. So I'm someone who's applied to for an MS in computer science recently, as many Indians do. And Akash has given me like a nice chance to share my experiences with everyone.
Yeah. So, to summarize his profile, he has done extensive work, a lot of projects, ranked seventh in the university, and also got secured 327 and 118 in GRE and TOEFL, which is really impressive. So now coming to your journey into ASU. So why ASU? What was the deadline for ASU, and how did you manage for all the documents that it required?
Arizona State University is pretty good place for computer science for two reasons, basically. One is it has a lot of research, it has a lot of job opportunities because it's based on in a city of Tempe, which is very close to Phoenix and a lot of major cities in the state. So jobs opportunities look good there. And second, it's a state university, so it isn't very expensive either. That's a very important point. So it's a very nice place to apply to, especially if you have like a decent enough GRE score. I think the cutoff is 315 or something like that.
Hmm.
So it's something that everyone should apply to.
Yeah. So what was the starting date of the application? What all did it require? Did it also require the SOPs and LORs? And what is
Yeah.
the deadline? And by when did you get
So
your admit?
Arizona started pretty early, somewhere in October, if I remember, and their deadline was one of the earliest by 1st of December. The only other university that I remember that had a deadline that early was UCLA. But it's a convenient place to apply to because, as I realized after preparing all my documents, that it didn't require an statement of purpose at all. If only I knew that before preparing all the work for it. But it's still like very good idea for you to research about the entire university and the projects done there. As for the LORs, it's generally talking about it doesn't need to be research experience because they do a lot of coursework there. So it could be attesting to the kind of coursework you've done, the kind of grades you have, or how much interest you had in class, the how punctual you are with submitting your projects by deadlines. So all of this you can just ask your teachers to like please talk about me in a very nice manner. Just the basics are fine. They don't expect too much. But other than that, the basic stuff that the 10th and 12th mark sheets, your transcripts, but that's about it. They don't ask much.
Okay, so it's a quite easy application, like compared to
It is.
UT Dallas and
It's
some other
something you can
universities.
finish off very early.
Yeah, and I guess that's the reason that they kept 1st December as a deadline. That must be
Absolutely.
the reason. So also, ASU offers the summer research internship. Did you apply into that, and from there, did you get the idea, or like how?
So ASU has like a pretty decent summer research internship program called SORI. That's
Sorry.
an acronym, and it basically offers opportunities for international students as well. That's why I applied for it. So every no, actually in the winter before the actual internship, they release a deadline on their website, deadline somewhere before New Year, and they give you a list of the projects that are happening, the teachers who want like interns to work on the projects, the kind of positions, and what knowledge you require, and just applying for it requires your basic SOP, like what my experience is, why I like this project, how I can help contribute to it. And it's a really nice thing because if you have a US citizenship, you get $5,000 for completing it. This is a lot of money. And as long as you don't need to go to the US to do it because you can do it online, especially during COVID time, so it's convenient. And it gives you like a very good research certification for when you apply to universities later on. Unfortunately, I did not. get into it. At least I don't think so. I hope I didn't miss some mail somewhere. But yeah, it's something that you should definitely try. I mean, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, sure. And so, what do you think is the importance of having a research internship in your profile while applying for MS? Like, how would it boost your profile?
The truth is, most MS is actually meant for research generally, and especially in a lot of universities, higher universities, places like Purdue, which is very research oriented. Even my target university, University of Massachusetts, would be very helpful for you to have papers beforehand, but papers can be a little difficult. So having some experience in doing research can really show that, oh, I'm interested in this kind of field. I've done it before and I can do it again for my master's thesis and so on. So it really increases your chances of getting in.
Yeah, so that's that should be a must for masters aspirants to try. Like, there's a free opportunity, provides great ROI. Why not? So, thank you, Srinivas, for sharing your insights into your journey to ASU. And I hope you get into better universities in the upcoming months. So this is all about it. Thank you for staying with us and follow us more for such contents. And तब तक के लिए दुआओं में याद रखना.
See you guys.